it's not. We don't provide any evidence of it. I mean, if you saw the world for what it was with an open mind, like a diamond, you'd see the world is burning, like just fucking burning, and the planet may survive, but our species might mean something. And we have no answers. We don't even have a single enlightened society of any kind. And if we do, most people think that the governments of countries would kill it. They think that the country club would kill an enlightened society.
There's a famous poem written by...
Can you kill it though? Can you assassinate
time is the fire, we all burn it.
Can you assassinate an enlightened society? Can you kill a society the way you can kill a Kennedy or a Lincoln?
Sure.
But even if you nuke it, if the first 3 months of its operation were on track to be like a secret to this species, and it was disseminated via the internet in small compressed videos, and you saw hundreds of thousands of conversations and videos of people interacting, of the democracy happening, of the benefits, of the elimination of costs. If you had all of that stored like in a will, you could build a city, get it killed, and only have the story. I mean, you think it's a big deal they crucified Jesus? What if they crucified a city of enlightened human beings? Like a definitively enlightened society, everyone consumes very little, and everyone produces a ton, and like they multiply like an amoeba, like in a feeding frenzy. But this exists. All you got to do is put something in the hands of people. But this, like something like this, if we have a third brand, a third party, and you put it in the hands of people, and they say that my prime goal of this machine is to participate in the formation of a union, to eliminate bullshit, inefficiency, and unnecessary waste, by whatever means necessary. These machines each year will save more money than the machines cost. The first priority of this machine is to sell itself. That's it. I don't even want to take over this company. I'll take people who have apples, use your apples to start another company, and then drop Apple in their fucking tracks. Take a third of their customers and disappear and say, you know what, we have fucking 6 million people. We can contract ourselves to build a unified computing system specifically aimed to form fucking modern democracy, to show people that there are ways to get along. There are ways to protect yourself without giant walls. There are ways to change your fucking neighbors if necessary. Truly by whatever means necessary. People move into these concrete fucking neighborhoods in this fucking asphalt jungle, and they're fucked. It's fun, people, I can talk to you. You can occasionally talk to me and enjoy it. But we have the equipment that whatever the ideas are, you need a system, an operating system to bring them together. You need a constitution. You absolutely need a constitution. The fact is it can't be perfect. It has to be perfect for right now.
I think the first thing to recognize is that...
Constitution of a burning world.
The first thing to recognize is that the construct that exists was developed so that the power of the many could be handed over to a few. Okay?
For very many reasons, one of which is they think we're stupid.
Well, go on. Before you get into that, let's take another species that's on Earth. Let's take let's take a species like I don't know, any species. Let's take I gotta try to find a species that hasn't really been radically altered by humans.
Zebras.
No.
Zebras haven't been radically altered by humans. Giraffes.
I'm trying to think of like something like, I don't know, kangaroos or
Keep thinking. Yeah. What's up? I'm sitting in front of the cafe. Yeah. Bye.
Right. But I mean, within the animal world, within all the other species of animals, there's no governments. They seem to be able to, like, propagate and evolve.
They don't have lies. Maybe if we all told the truth, the same thing would happen.
They have lies.
Maybe they deceive in a way, but they don't. I don't think they have language of lies. Like,
predators deceive, and then
deceive, but they don't. Not with words, with language. They don't use language to trick another species or their own.
That's a cheap way to go.
It's one of the things that matters, though. I think.
Hey, how you doing?
If we couldn't lie like that, there'd be a better chance that we would act naturally. That's all I'm saying. If we all told the truth, we'd be able to meld like ants better together. Not that I really want to build.
I don't want to be an ant.
No, me neither.
What I'm talking about is this idea that. Like, okay, if other species are capable of just existing, How are we so flawed that we need all these exterior contrivances? Are we that feeble that we need all these exterior contrivances?
Scared shitless. Everything we have descended from people that were in the caves, afraid, beyond what we can comprehend.
So what you're saying is that society and civilization
They knew they didn't know.
basically fundamentally constructed on fear.
It's made in caves.
All right, so
This whole train.
So this whole thing is all a construction of fear.
Yeah,
That's basically what I understand it
which
to
is
be.
the worst thing for us. It's like you play Nintendo, you have to go super fast and be really confident to get all those extra points and to fly through. We need to do that. I mean, in a sense, we have no
But
choice.
some human beings have figured out that if they step out of the fear model, they don't need anything. They can survive like without.
But what if you need to go back to the fear to free up? What if the fear is a prison and you need to go back to help the race escape? Some of those people just feel good because they find a way.
What I'm trying to say is, like, in terms of the constructs, like you're talking like what's an alternate construct? Like what's an alternate government? What's an economic system? Well, economic systems,
Volunteer
political
democracy built from scratch.
systems are institutions. Institutions are developed to stave off or create a false
Is a
sense of
constitution
security.
an institution? But in and
No.
of itself? When does it become an institution? Say I write a constitution and I sign it and I say
Well,
it's a constitution of me.
The
Is that an
Constitution
institution?
might be about an institution. Like, for example,
What
an
is the
insti-
institution?
an institution may form a constitution, and a constitution might engage certain different institutional ideas. So it's a process of institution. It's like the difference between what's gasoline and what's an automobile. Like one's fuel for the other.
Matilda. So if somebody writes a constitution, that is not initially an institution, but if they sign it and it's a
No, it's not. It's not. It's neither. It's not.
What if three people sign it and
it's
they
like
form
the
a-
difference between gasoline and an automobile. Yeah, the two.
what makes
need
an
each other.
institution? What creates an institution?
An institution is more like the automobile, and constitution is more like fuel. You see what I'm saying?
So at what point do we reach institution from constitution?
Or maybe constitution is more as like the roadway itself, and a car is an institution. Like an
Wow,
automobile is an
what a
institution.
change.
Or maybe it's more like this. Maybe the institution is like the automobile producer, and the constitution is the road system. Like, you wouldn't sell many cars if there wasn't a road system, right?
But those are all going to be somewhat inaccurate, right?
Somebody was complaining the other day about like all automobiles and gasoline and everything. I said, well, it's an easy way to curtail it. Just stop repaving the roads. Do you know how quickly a road grows through and cracks up? It doesn't take more than a few years before
What if we just had road terrorists?
trees are growing. Well, exactly. What if someone they were at one
Start bombing
time.
the roads.
They were in the 1910s.
But you could do it. You could do it and not hurt anybody.
There were people in the 1910s and 20s who actually blew up like railroad bridges. And,
Are there good people who do that?
Yeah, they were.
But could
They
we?
believed they
So
were.
someone
good.
could no, but could they be good if you didn't hurt anybody and all you did was
Yeah,
fuck
they
with
did. They
infrastructure?
thought they were trying to sabotage the development.
We could show how easy it would be for the family to destroy the fake
But
family.
they were hunted down and eradicated. They
Problem
were
is
called
we-
terrorists. They
we
were
all-
called disestablishmentarian.
But we're not gonna do that. This is not the piece of land on which to construct an enlightened society. This is not the place to do it. It's too expensive. It's too controlled. It's too happy. People are too entitled. You need to go someplace incredibly poor, take a piece of land, and use your efficiency and brilliance to build something amazing from sand. You already did. You've been gone forever.
See you later.
It definitely left torture, though.
Did it?
It's weird. As soon as he left, it left torture. Yeah, I mean, we're not exactly on the subject of torture.
We are still.
Okay, but
Fear, society, and the glue of society is fear, and then it's perpetuated and instituted
Okay.
further with the use of torture and police state and the regimen of
Okay.
the subtraction of money and the threat of violence and the threat of persecution. I mean, it's all predicated on the same basic veil.
Now, what if we were animated and we were talking like
Nuclear
this?
weapons are no different. Genocide,
You know-
violence against the state.
You know what it may take? it may take defensive weapon systems. Like I would buy the website right now. It may take defensive weapon systems. There may be a point in the future when every country that exists, in order to come together, needs defensive weapon systems.
So what is extortion?
Like the whole planet needs to be turned into home field advantage.
But what's extortion? What's the definition of extortion?